Bade decides, does he want to do the obstacle or take the bypass?
But I feel like the Jeep just crapped out on us. Hello everyone and welcome back to Prodigal Overland. Today we are outside in Arkansas. We are at Hot Springs ORV Park in Hot Springs, Arkansas. We've got an event this weekend and we are out kind of scoping some trails, doing a little trail reconnaissance to kind of see what we're up for. So I am currently standing at the top of Rubicon Ridge, which is a Jeep badge of honor, which reminds me I need to check in, get credit for that. But we're about to head down. So here we are at the top of Rubicon Ridge, getting ready to head down. Once you commit to going down into this ridge at the beginning of this trailhead, you're kind of committed to the whole trail. There's two sections of steps in the beginning, which are certainly one of the most difficult parts of this trail. There are other parts later on that are challenging, but they have bypasses if you don't want to do them. This, however, is not the case with the beginning section.
Take it straight. You're on it now. Okay.
So I'm using hill descent, which is why it's doing this.
Okay. Yep. Straighten out. You want to go over that. You're going to go over a bump there. You want to stay to the right of me, right on this section. See where it comes down. Go more driver. Let me go lower and take a look at this trough here. It's a pretty good trough. Okay. So you're going to hug that tree.
So what you're seeing here is us at the top of the second set of steps that we're working down, and we actually found this set, the second set, to be the more difficult set.
Up.
So if you get down that first part and you're thinking no big deal, as you round the bend and come down the second, things get even bigger.
You want to get more driver if you
can. So just keep that in mind as you head down.
That looks good. Good, you can straighten out. You got one tire up, but you're still on. Okay, you're gonna come over this hump and then you're gonna have to turn driver some. You're kind of in a high center position to go over this next thing, so okay, I gotta go down.
Better?
That's better, yeah. Okay, no, straighten, or go a little bit past passenger. Good. Now you can go driver. You're just there you go. You were just dragging some rocks. All right, I'm gonna get out of your way.
Alright guys, so still on Rubicon Ridge. That after that first drop-off section, things do get just fun, easier. Now we're at a bypass, so there's kind of a split here in the trail. One's harder. I think they rate it kind of a 4 out of 5 stars, and then the other side is still the 3 out of 5. All right, so here to the left is just a steep kind of level incline. When you swing over to this side, I don't know if you can see up there where Lauren's going, but it gets kind of a deep crater section. We're gonna try to climb up in there. I'm not sure our front tires are gonna come up before we hit our bull bar, but we're gonna give it a shot, see if we can get up there.
Looks like you're a good line right there. Back tire's chalked up.
Alright, so now I'm bad, right where I'm at?
Yeah. Well, actually, you're not going to hit the bull bar like I thought, I don't think. Hold on.
Well, let me try it. If I can just climb here.
All right, then I want to be down on the side so I can see your tires.
Okay.
Slid over, I think, too far now. Although your bull bar is still clear. This is our second attempt here. All right, hold on a sec. Let me just check that other back tire. You're stuck on your rail. You're gonna have to take it back further. Okay, slow, you're about to drop. Do you want me to try to stick something under that rear, under that tire where that rear is gonna come up?
I'm gonna try it forward here one more time.
Okay. You're getting too high centered in that back.
Alright, am I okay to back up?
Yeah, you can back up. Okay, you're about to go down. Take it slow. Lower front guard just did its job. Okay, you're gonna want to bring your, yeah, just watch that tree there. I can't see it on your side.
The majority of this trail after that first step section is some nice steep inclines, lots of areas where you can kind of see how your Jeep climbs, specifically in situations that are off camber, but nothing too crazy here that you really have to worry about tipping per se on the second part, especially as you compare that to the very first step section. Another thing to note about this trail, and really the Hot Springs ORV Park in general, we found things to be very well marked as far as trailheads and that sort of thing. There are several other trails that feed off from Rubicon Ridge. All of them, I think for the most part, are rated like 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 5. So you want to be careful about venturing off the trail if your rig is not ready or capable for that. But like I said, we found things to be very well marked.
You're on it, you're just sort of catching it still. I'm watching your back end. see if you can give it a little power.
Is my back end okay if it keeps sliding?
If you slide down a little bit, you're okay. You have enough ground. Okay, stop. You're gonna have to back up. I just need to get you a little bit more on the side of that. No, hold on a second. Okay. That's fine.
All right, so we are done with Rubicon Ridge. Thoughts on Rubicon Ridge? It's doable in a Grand Cherokee, but you don't want to be a brand newbie doing it. There, especially in the beginning, are a lot of step downs as you're coming down off a ridge. So you're steep, and there's a lot of off camber situations. So I would highly recommend not attempting that if you're kind of new, or if you're not even used to being in situations where you get really off camber. Once you get down that initial ridge, it's just a lot of fun, and it is a fun trail. It has some climbing sections. The rest of the trail is just awesome, especially if you got the Quadra Drive system with that rear electronic limited slip differential. It's just awesome to see how it handles it. We are out here. Lauren was slipping some. I know Lee was slipping a little bit. And so it's icy. It's still below freezing. It's this wet, slippy mess. And so really, the Grand Cherokee was still able to kind of churn up most of that stuff. We did attempt a more difficult trail setting. There was a little bypass, that section we showed you, and man, I thought we had it. We took a run at it a little bit, and what was happening is we cleared it in the front, and the rear was down in the ditch, and we were actually turtled a little bit at that point. We were sitting on our rock rails and really couldn't get the rest, especially with as slick as it was. But that'll be one that kind of sticks in my craw a little bit because, man, I thought we had it. I thought we had it. We did get a little dent in our chief transmission plate, which is the first time we've done that. But definitely a lot of fun, Rubicon Ridge. So we are back here. We're gonna eat lunch a little bit. So for us, it'll be about an hour. And then we're gonna go ahead and try Fun Run, which is another Badge of Honor trail that's rated around the same level, which from what I've seen is the most difficult of the three. So we'll let you know. All right, so we have eaten a good lunch, and we are at the bottom of Fun Run, which is another Jeep Badge of Honor trail. From what I've read, that this is perhaps the hardest of the three, but it's also, I think, probably the shortest. It's only a mile long, and you can only access it by getting into it from another trail, which we just came down, and honestly, that was no big deal. So we're gonna try Fun Run and see how it goes. Still plenty of ice. I don't know if you can see that. Definitely still ice on the ground, still cold.
It's cold.
It's cold. As you'll see here, Fun Run really is a short trail. It's just a mile, but really packs in obstacle after obstacle. A couple things to note: if you're in a WK2, you're going to want either a coil system with lift or the Quadra Lift air suspension with protection underneath, like full skid plating. We actually roughed up our underside a fair amount on this trail, so just keep that in mind if you plan on heading out here with your WK2. All right, so we are on Fun Run, and there is a little tree that I had read that it's tough to stay off of, and we're here. So let me show you what we're looking at.
We might have to stand on the rock rail.
Do you think to go that high?
See, the problem is if you ride this wall, you're going to slide right down right here. This far.
Yeah, it's almost, so we tried to stay in that gully and we got pretty tippy. I think we were at like 27 with still not hitting bottom. So we backed up. Our current plan is to try to ride this wall a little bit and kind of wedge ourselves. But
Make it like the V.
it definitely wants to throw you that way, and this higher line, our fear is that if we slip off the high line into the gully, there's a good chance we're going to hit that tree anyway. So we'll see.
Okay, that looks good so far. You're right in the V.
I want to try to hold it as long as possible. How's that front looking?
It looks like you are in it with your tires. You got to go down there. Your tires got to hit it right now.
Can you see the rest of the...
How's he looking back there?
The tire's touching.
I'm worried if, like, I don't want to repeat Redbird where we were looking.
Yeah, your tire is touching the bottom of the tree.
But your fender's going to be clear,
But
though,
your
I
fender's
think.
clear, right?
Your
yeah.
fender's clear.
It looks like the rock rail's gonna hit it.
Yeah. If you keep going
Hold
straight.
the line, you think?
Yeah.
Just hold it.
Coming down this way?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. You need to. No. You're gonna need to go more passenger.
Yeah.
It's on it right now. Keep coming. There you go. Now you don't want to go.
Sorry, am
little
I walking
passenger.
you?
There you go.
Is that a little enough or more?
Probably about right there. Go forward a little. You got to get that rock rail cast on there.
There you go. Just take it slow.
Yeah,
Let it dip.
nice and easy. Okay.
Not much. I'm getting
All right, you have about 4 inches.
Your
Before
rock
that
rail's
tire
about
hits.
2 inches from it, so
Okay, you could start turning your tire back in if you want.
yeah, I'd probably start going straight.
Just watch that mirror. You want it to push on the back? Stop the tire. Your tire's not turned right. You're gonna get wedged in here.
Way.
You gotta turn your tire, driver. It's not. It's just caught.
It's caught on.
No, you're gonna pop your tire.
Yeah, it's on the tree, so
Your tires right now are all the way
I see.
passenger.
So I gotta come forward a little bit there.
There you go. You cleared it. Look at how slippery. He's gonna slide right off.
Well,
It's really slippery. You can try.
you're about 8 inches off the ground in the back.
Busy?
It's coming back down though.
Okay. How about now?
Now come back up. so your rear is up pretty good. I think you're okay though.
How am I looking here?
You're clear. You're gonna keep going down though with that driver tire.
I think that right rear is gonna contact pretty quick.
Okay. Turn your tires.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, Brad.
Yeah, it's staying up.
I'm only at 21 versus 25. Does it look like it's gonna right itself, or it's not looking like it's gonna right itself? Here, Lauren, this is the big concern.
So you're still going down, like it's still gonna go down.
Is there, but am I on the ground?
You're about a foot off the ground in the back.
Yeah. You're on the ground here.
I'm almost past this tree.
I know. You're on the ground there. You could turn driver.
Now I'm at 24.
Barely. You want to stand on it?
If you start turning driver now, I think you'll clear it.
That was close. I used to get this one.
Woo! All right, give us a hello. Well, thank you, Chief Products. There was no option but to straddle that. Okay, so we're checking out the end of Fun Trail or whatever the heck it's called. Almost looks like Little Daniel out at Uwharrie. It's got a bypass to the right, and then it looks like a pretty good rock garden there to the left of just steps that I think are a little too high for us.
So, I think we made it through the toughest parts of Fun Run, but I feel like the Jeep just crapped out on us. Our Quadra Lift air suspension, the rear is up, but we have for sure lost the front. So it is riding low in the front and high in the back, and we just keep hitting every little rock, kind of skimming across it. So it's slow enough that we have just stopped. We're disconnected the battery to try to reset the system, and then we're gonna look at the fuses and see if there's something there we can do. So stay tuned. We are
Yeah, the link feels connected.
We looked at the fuses, at least the ones that they say to look at, and we're not seeing that they're blown. But regardless, my spare fuses are back at our trailer, so I can't swap them out anyway. So note to self, bring your fuses. So we're gonna let it sit here just a little bit and hope when we reconnect the system that it feels like it was well rested and we can try to get going. Otherwise, we are going to just bump and scrape on the way down. So that didn't work at all, not even a little bit. So we are just going to try to limp down. We're not too far from just the regular access road, so we're going to try to get there, get back to camp, and just let it sit, maybe pull some fuses and see where we're at. All right, guys, so end of day one, we made it back mostly in one piece. Like I said, my air suspension in the front is doing some wonky things. It seems like it's an electrical issue because, again, I'm pushing buttons in the console and nothing's happening. So we got back, kind of limped back home. We're gonna set it here and see what it does. So you'll have to stay tuned for next video, whenever that's, whether that's 2 weeks, no, it won't be 2 weeks. Next video, we're gonna kind of reassess that because we're gonna be out riding with some folks. We've got 3 other Jeep Grand Cherokee owners coming in. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're not yet a subscriber, consider subscribing to this channel. Give us a thumbs up if you liked it, and we'll see you again real soon.